Bugs I'd like to stick in my mouth. First bug I'd like to stick in my mouth is the jeweled caterpillar. Can't understand why this animal would evolve to look like a candified piece of corn on the cob. Maybe it's some sick joke because they're actually toxic, but I still can't understand why it look tasty if no eat. Guess the true reason you should leave this slimy lollipop to nature and not suck on it is because they also have spines. Since we can't put this one in our mouth, we're gonna move on. You cannot convince me this next one doesn't look like a strawberry version of a Listerine strip. If the first thing you think when you saw this is what would it feel like when pressed between the tongue and the roof of my mouth, then we'd probably get along. All excitement and hope goes quickly out the door when you realize it's actually a species of a giant stink bug. I do appreciate stink bugs coming with a warning label telling me in their name that they smell terrible. When they do feel threatened, they emit an odor that smells like rotting vegetables and cilantro, so I'd imagine vegans and vegetarians probably wouldn't mind. I'm gonna keep this one out of my mouth, and for that reason, we're moving on. The unhealthy urge to want to stick this little insect between my teeth and crack it like a fucking runt isn't that weird when you realize you probably eat these pretty often. This dried up little parasitic bug is known as cochineal, and it's used in red dye. When you hear parasite, you probably think something disgusting, but they do just live on cactus and eat that. Makes me even happier knowing that for an animal that looks like it tastes like a nerd, they're also used in the same red dye that's in nerds. Movie snacks made with bugs. Imagine this one's an acquired taste, maybe ages like a fine wine. Otherwise known as Trombadiidae, or the true velvet mite, which I imagine would probably feel like I'm sucking on a pipe cleaner. That wasn't very arts and craftsy as a kid, that's usually how I went about it. Their goofy behavior may deter some people, they perform funny little circle mating dances. After this, the male quite literally nuts in a bag, leaves it on the ground for the female to pick up later. Haven't figured out already I'm kind of a freak, so that's not gonna stop me. I hope you hate me for this, because I do.